Hey, this is David B69. Welcome to today's video. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Let's get on to the show.
Hey, this is David B69, and today is day number 2 of our PlayStation collection, going over all of my PlayStation 1 games that I currently have right now in my house. So let's just go over it, and happy July, everybody. We made it to the halfway point of the year. Let's show some games. First off, Triple Play 98. The Triple Play franchise was started on the Genesis, and yeah, I really like the PlayStation version of Triple Play. Here's Triple Play 99. I mean, it's best known for really ugly character models. I mean, they're trying their best, but it just was kind of ugly. They did make it better and better. And it's like, the fruits of their labors didn't really come true until the PS2 versions. Here's Triple Play 2001. And they had like a bunch of like little mini games and stuff, which like they were fun. I mean, it was just something different. So it's actually really cool to go back to them today, which makes it really cool. Just going back and playing some of these mini games and playing all this stuff that we generally don't have anymore. I mean, you don't like really get this kind of thing anymore. It's like really, really cool. I mean, that's like Triple Play Baseball had PNC Ballpark. Now, Citizens Bank wasn't available yet, but the ballpark in Pittsburgh and in Milwaukee, this is in a PS1 game. Really cool. And here is MLB 98. And as you know, I am like a huge baseball fan. So it's like for the Triple Play EA games, I've played like full seasons of these games. Now for like the games like MLB 98, 99, those like for the ones that Sony made, I actually wasn't a huge fan when they came out. I mean, they were like really, really cool options. I did think they were actually like cool looking and stuff. I just didn't like their player models as much. And to me, that threw off the gameplay to me. I mean, overall, the play-by-play, really solid. Gameplay was like overall good, but I didn't think it was as good as EA's product. And that's why, yeah, that's why I wasn't a big fan of it. It's not like saying it's like horrific or anything. But, yeah. This is the only game that actually had Barry Bonds on the cover, which is kind of cool. So, I do mean to go back to some of these games and stuff, because I didn't really get into MLB until the shows started. Because once it started doing that, I was like, that's kind of different and kind of cool. But here's All-Star Baseball 97. Now, the All-Star Baseball series, I actually did have a lot of fun with. Bottom of the ninth. And bottom of the ninth, 99. I like briefly have played games on them. Here is Final Fantasy 9. Really like Final Fantasies. The Final Fantasy games back then were like really, really good and a lot of fun. Here is Final Fantasy Chronicles, which had 6 in Chrono Trigger, I'm sorry. Here's 3D Baseball. Here is Grand Slam. And I'm telling you, people are like thinking, it's like, how can you have so many baseball games? It's like, people always say that to me. And I'm like, I just love them so much. I mean, you got to realize this is over one life cycle. And there's so many titles. And it's like so cool that they made so many titles. Here's High Heat Baseball 2000. I mean, back then, and they just had all these titles, and it was just like, it was like really cool. And here is VR Baseball, which is like really cool. Here's VR 99. And these are decent games. I mean, they're fun to play. I wasn't like a big fan of them back in the day, but like I said, I was like, when you're playing a full season of something, you're not going to have you don't have the time or the effort to play a full season of like a different game. Here's Sammy Sosa Softball Slam. And now I just get it just because I like to have these guys in my collection. This is not a baseball game. It's NASCAR racing. Really do like NASCAR racing. Not a big NASCAR fan per se, race-wise, but I do like playing the video games. There's just something about getting behind the wheel and playing these games. It just makes it kind of cool. I mean, even when you're just using a controller, I just really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely makes it worth it to me. Especially the EA ones. The EA ones probably were my favorite. NASCAR 2002. I mean, pretty much most of this was just roster updates. Ooh, here's one of my favorite games of all time. Command & Conquer, Red Alert. I've always been a huge fan of the Command & Conquer series. It was a lot of fun. Here is Red Alert Retaliation. Let's see here, we've got NASCAR Thunder 2003. NASCAR Thunder 2004. Here is Driver. Funny thing is I didn't even realize that I had Driver. Actually didn't even know I had the game. Here's F1 2000. I think it's Driver 2 that I'm missing, I guess. Here's Knockout Kings. Like I said, when you see labels like this, you know that these are games that I had to hunt for to get because I didn't have them or didn't have the original copies. For a good portion of this collection, though, I mean, they are my original purchases from back in the day. ATV Quad Power Racing. Here's Cool Borders. My wife and child, they're both huge skiers. So I kind of like whenever I could pick up like a skiing or snowboarding game, it's kind of fun to play with them. Like I said, they're just into the being on the mountain and such. There's Cool Borders 4. If you heard of that crashing, that was the pile that I was piling down from these games, and it just collapsed. So, oh well. Here's Cool Borders 2001. Here's Snowcross. Yeah, I just had snowmobiles and stuff. So that was really cool. Here's Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six. Well, this one I got and stuff and everything, and it had a damaged manual and stuff. And the store winded up, after they shipped it to me, they basically gave me a deal, and it's like pretty much gave me pretty much the game for free. So well, I can't complain. And here is Parasite Eve, which has the demo for Final Fantasy VIII on it, which is like really, really cool. It was the whole reason I actually bought this game. I mean, I had no idea that Parasite Eve was such a great game, but I ended up buying this because of Final Fantasy VIII. I mean, it's one of those little crazy factoids. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it because of that. Now here's long box games. Here is Shootout. NBA Shootout is like a really, really cool series. Here's NBA Live 96. And our last game is Bases Loaded Doubleheader, which I just recently picked up for the Sega Saturn. So that is my games for day 2. What's your favorite out of this whole bunch? I'm gonna go with like one of the triple play games. It's like, I think it's like triple play 2001 was like my favorite like baseball game of all time on the PlayStation 1. It's a tough call, but that's how I feel. Anyways, what's your favorite game in this group? If you don't, it's all good. It's perfectly fine. I realize that there's a lot of sports titles in here, so I don't expect it. Maybe you're a Snowcross fan, though. Maybe you were it's like Command and Conquer fan. I mean, they're really great games. I really love them too. So you can't go wrong. But either way you look at it, it's all fun and good. Just wanted to show a little bit of my collection, and I'm really, really excited because in a couple weeks I will be down in South Carolina at Siege, and I hope to see a lot of you all there. Very, very, very excited to be there, and basically just having a great time with a bunch of cool people. So anyways, until next time, this is David B69. I hope everybody has a great day, great weekend. Stay safe out there. If you're going to set off fireworks, please be safe. And until next time, I am out.